Today we're going to discuss the important qualities that are more important to a relationship than good looks. After all, you want to strengthen or preserve the relationship, right? Girls, pay attention to each quality and analyze if your partner or acquaintance has them. If there are 3 out of 10 qualities, it is already worth thinking about it. Many people are obsessed with their appearance, to lose weight and tan, to meet the ideals, to choose clothes to hide the shortcomings. If you're just an aesthete and a narcissist, keep it up, you'll be nice to look at, and that's cool. But if this is how you want to attract potential partners and start a happy relationship, don't bother so much. There are at least 10 qualities that attract much more attention than looks. And, just as importantly, help to keep the relationship alive and make it a happy one. The first and most important quality for maintaining a relationship is the ability to listen. Almost everyone knows how to talk and likes to talk, but only a few listen. If you have ever communicated with such a person, you understand what I'm talking about. When a person does not wait for his turn to talk, while you are talking, does not go over in his head similar cases that fit the topic. Others prefer constancy and reliability. But in any case, without a bit of spontaneity, fantasy, and unexpected actions, in the flow will be boring. Just so, without reason, on a weekday to offer to go to a restaurant, especially if it is not a flower and candy period, and more or less stable and almost family life, just so sing when the mood is good, offer to learn some dance or take a weekend drive to nature to find an incredibly beautiful place. Spontaneity does not allow relationships to become part of gray everyday life, makes them interesting and colorful, provides many pleasant memories. How to develop spontaneity in yourself? Listen to yourself more often, what exactly you want. While it does not matter whether your impulses will be appreciated or not, the main thing is that it is necessary to appreciate if you do something well. It doesn't matter whether your skill is driving a car, playing the guitar, or speaking 3 languages fluently. People are always fascinated by other people's skill, no matter what it involves. How to learn? Just find your favorite thing to do and hone your skills to perfection. By the way, if you don't have a relationship at the moment, this will help you get one. As soon as you immerse yourself in your favorite activity and forget about the desire for a relationship, it magically appears in your life. Another important quality, being self-sufficient and happy with everything. People who are happy with what they have are more attractive than those who constantly complain and agonize about what they lack. If you are happy with your appearance, you look much more attractive than if you think you are a fat freak. If you're happy with your job, no one will call you a loser. How to learn to be content with what you have? Yes, it's not easy, but it's possible. For starters, you can stop comparing yourself to others, then find what is going well in your life and feel gratitude for it. Now we're going to discuss no unhealthy hang-ups. If you're watching your figure and trying to eat more vegetables, that's great, but if you blow the mind of the pizzeria staff, demanding that they make you a pizza without dough, that's something else entirely. This applies to all your principles and hobbies. Everything should be moderate, and a painful attachment to some behavior does not please anyone. How to get rid of too strong attachments? First, you need to understand if you have them at all. And to do this, ask your best friends and relatives, let them honestly say what they think about it. Most likely, they have even told you about it before, but you did not pay attention. Of course, you need to be real. You can endlessly make up fake images of yourself, cover yourself with them and even get into them, but people always sense falseness and appreciate real personalities. This doesn't mean you will be simple. It means you won't hide your feelings, and you won't fake them. You smile and laugh openly, you are not shy about your impulses, desires, and hobbies. How to become real? Recognize what in your image is a mask. Sometimes it is not so easy. Understand why you put it on and reconsider your attitude to yourself. The main quality is the ability to compromise, and most importantly, the willingness to seek it, which is a sign that a person is ready for a long and happy relationship. If you are not looking for compromise, and force your partner to obey you in everything, it means that you do not respect him, and sooner or later he will get tired of it. If on the contrary, always obey and give in, will get bored with you, a long period of silence will end in an explosion and you yourself will break the relationship. What to do? Always put yourself in the place of another person. For example, you work at home and after work you want to go for a walk to stretch your muscles, skate or do other active sports. But your other half is on his feet all day and he or she does not want to be active in the evening. Instead of scandalizing and forcing, try to imagine yourself in the place of your loved one. Would you want to go out after a whole day of activity? Once you put yourself in the other person's shoes, you can calm down and find a compromise. Almost all people like to be cared for, without fanaticism, of course. It is an opportunity to say without words, I love you, I care about you or don't care about you. Distract when you see that the person is sad or ask what's wrong and listen to all the problems. If the person is sick, take care of them like a parent would. Even just buying a favorite treat, just for fun when you weren't asked to do so. How do you learn to take care of others? If you are used to thinking only about yourself, it won't be easy to start caring for others. But if you have a soft spot for another person, it won't be so hard to think of ways to help them and surprise them. Cheerful people are loved by everyone, they charge with positivity, with them you want to be around. In general, almost everyone has a sense of humor, only it often does not coincide, different things seem funny. But it depends on upbringing, environment and other factors. In any case, with a person who smiles more often than frowns and does not mind to laugh heartily, it is much more pleasant to communicate. How to develop a sense of humor? You don't. You already have it, maybe you are just shy to joke with people you don't know well enough or you think your sense of humor is strange. It doesn't matter, if you're not shy about being yourself, people will accept you for who you are. I want to say one more important thing, you have to be strong. This is valued not only in men, but also in women. No one wants to see a sissy who can't cope with her own problems, let alone help and support in a difficult situation. Inner strength, the ability to solve their problems without snapping at people, the ability to support and help, it is much more valuable than a pleasant appearance. How to develop inner strength? It is a long path of self-improvement, when you decide from now on not to complain about adversity and perceive all your problems as fascinating quests that must be completed. Realizing your fears and fighting against them, overcoming yourself in achieving your goals and much more. Surely each of you has your own definition of a strong person, that's what you strive for. What do you value more in a person, appearance or some inner qualities? If the latter, then which ones? According to the research of Dr. Carol Dweck, Ph.D., a psychologist, those who are dedicated to developing their thinking know that everything can be learned through hard work and dedication. Intelligence, creativity, and the ability to build healthy relationships are not qualities that are given from birth, but are developed throughout life's journey. Some believe that their abilities will help them cope with the challenges of life's journey, others see themselves as a victim of circumstance and wonder why they have to deal with it. Some approach life with curiosity, are not afraid to step outside for him to be able to develop and solve different problems, and to constantly work on himself. But then you also need to do some work to become such a person. Research shows that long-term relationships depend on two indicators, kindness and generosity. It's safe to say that we want both from our partner. And it's equally safe to say that we don't want to be manipulated or for our partner to be generous to strangers. Do you treat yourself and others with warmth, without ulterior motives or manipulation? If there's one thing we hate most, it's conflict and confrontation. Some handle it more effectively, but for everyone, healthy conflict resolution is a constant practice and a pumping skillet. How do you deal with conflict in your life? Do you try to avoid them? Is there a time when you have a grievance with your partner in your heart but haven't expressed it in years? Do you try to shift responsibility to others instead of taking responsibility for yourself? Some tend to engage in passive-aggressive behavior and walk around the dangerous topic, hinting at it and making sarcastic remarks towards the partner. We all hope that our partner will work on the relationship, but sometimes it's important to take a close look in the mirror.